Libyan visa. Official.
Pull over for inspection.
Sorry, sir, I can't do that.
Lots of folks are talking about the new movie 13 Hours, the true secret story of the Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. But is it any good, and should you spend the money to see it at the theater? And who should you see it with? That's what we're talking about this week on ReviewsForTheRestOfUs.com. So 13 Hours stars a bunch of names you probably won't recognize, but faces you will, like John Krasinski, David Giantoli, David Denman. Now those names probably mean nothing to you, unless you ever watched the show The Office. And, well, if you did, it's going to kind of blow your mind, because Jim is actually John Krasinski, who plays the lead actor in this movie, kind of a real hardcore Marine. And then David Denman, he was in the shipping department in The Office. And David Giantoli, you ever watched the show Grimm? He's the lead actor. In fact, that's kind of common with this movie, 13 Hours. Most of the actors that you see in this movie aren't big-name actors from the movies. A lot of them are TV actors. But the truth is, in this movie that captures the story of what happened, according to them, the true story of what happened in Benghazi in 2012, these actors capture the emotion of those guys and the intensity of these basically secret private contract guys who did the right thing when people's lives were on the line. So how is it? I gotta tell you, this movie is fantastic. You don't for a moment think about the fact that there's no big name megastars in this movie. You're not missing any particular big actor, because every single actor in this movie does a fantastic job of their roles. And if you actually see the pictures of the real guys they're portraying, they did a really good job, not just picking actors to play the roles really well, but to look like them. They're intense, they're in the moment, there's lots of emotion going on, there's great action in this movie, there's intensity. I mean, it puts you right in the middle of it. In fact, there's times where it almost feels a little bit like The Hurt Locker, the way that it's filmed. So should you see it in the theater? You better. If you want to see a movie like this, you have to see it in the theater. Because it's one of those puts you in the moment kind of movies, the sound effects, the way it's shot with the explosions going off and the missiles flying by, there's even a couple scenes where you're on an actual rocket-propelled grenade, or actually mortar, I should say, being launched up in the sky and coming back down. It's just intense how it puts you right in it, and it's totally worth seeing in the theater because of that. Maybe even a D-box format if you can, where the seats move. But who you should see it with is pretty important. Now, it is rated R, and it should go without saying that a movie about Benghazi is going to be pretty violent, and it is. Lots of harsh language, lots of violence. Now, there's not really any sexuality to speak of, but there is harsh language and violence. So this isn't a younger person's movie. You probably assumed that, just confirming it. This is really probably teens, 16 or so on up. It's a great night out movie, though, so I strongly suggest you check out 13 Hours, especially because you're going to notice they kind of let you connect the dots. And I won't say any more than that. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I think you'll enjoy it. Let us know if you enjoyed this review. Give us your own review by stopping by our website at ReviewsForTheRestOfUs.com, subscribing on YouTube, liking us on Facebook and Twitter, all that. If you're not in the mood to check out 13 Hours, well, then you can click right here to see our review of the other movie in wide release opening this weekend, which is Ride Along 2, the comedy with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube. Or you can even check out a review of the, well, now already epically popular film because Leonardo DiCaprio won the award, The Revenant. You can click here to watch that as well. And we'll see you next time on ReviewsForTheRestOfUs.com. Reviews for movie fans by movie fans.